So I have my opinions when it comes to PSO2 market or the economy as a whole, which I have talked about many times, especially as someone who spent thousands of hours inside a bait PSO and kind of seen well that ended up going. And of course, recently Quopy did put out a video discussing some of the things when it comes to free-to-play play, at least when it comes to the free-to-play market for Ship 4. And as someone who's been on Ship 1 since day one of the original quote beta for PSO2, and also once again have opinions, I am here to discuss some of the stuff that been on my mind, as well as some of the stuff you all probably have been noticing as well when it comes to the market itself. But before we hop into all of that, welcome back to your number one stop for PSO2 New Genesis gameplay, how-tos, and all that jazz. And of course, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting over on patreon.com/Maconn, as well as, of course, 1K for signing up over on the Luna Teal. Thank you, my dudes. And with that, let's go ahead, let's jump into this, and let's talk about, is the market any something that is doable for free-to-play players? So to start off here, as a lot of you who play the game already know here, but for anyone that is not familiar, the way the market works for NGS is of course tied to literally being signed up for PSO2 subscription, which is a core premium. And that is one of the ways that you can sell your items on the market. With that being said, you can of course also unlock this over on until, I believe, what was it, 24, yes. You can get your hands on a personal shop pack for 3 days, once a month. Originally, there were more ways to get this in bait PSO, which involved you trading in items or playing with co-op partners to then pretty much unlock unlimited amount of the passes. But with New Genesis, it's only through the mission pass itself outside of buying premium. So right out of the gate, you can tell we're gonna have ourselves a fracture in the economy itself, since only so many people can sell on the player market consistently. And if you're a free-to-play player, it is way more limited. And when it comes to the actual shop itself, at least on Ship 1, it is not unheard of seeing items that are going for multiple millions of Meseta, which is extremely insane, mainly because as a free-to-play player, you can only really get your hands on a little under $1 million a week without having to farm PSE boards or try to take advantage of a drop weight when it comes to augments, and then of course selling the augments while you have your 3-day pass. The only issue with that is some of the most expensive augment, or originally most expensive and sought after augment, now is pretty much selling for pennies here. So as a free-to-play player, what was originally your way to make money to then be able to buy the more expensive cosmetic, because cosmetics is the main thing that is on the higher regard when it comes to the shop in general. And now the items are so much less, mainly because a lot of them think the Sega is of course just way more easier to get your hands on. You are no longer having to farm for hundreds of hours hoping to get 1 to 2 of a capsule. Now you pretty much guarantee by either doing like rank 2 of the tower, hunting down the mutants, or anything else in between, which in return is a good thing for people who is trying to get their armor and weapons up to do way more potential, way more damage. But on the other side of that is now, since you can get them way easier, they're more on the market, which have brought down the price, which in return was literally the bread and butter for free-to-play player, which in return is making it so much harder to get your hands on that cosmetic stuff, outside of a course paying real-life money to try your hand at the scrap tickets, which is pretty much PSO loot boxes here, which in return is one of them things that is annoying, that you now it's way harder to get your hands on the more sought after cosmetics. But on the other hand, it's good that the player base can actually get the armor and weapon up to a higher degree to make stuff a little more easier. Because let's be honest, nothing inside PSO is really hard at the moment. It is very easy to get at rank on pretty much any of the content we have right now. So in one of them cases that is really nice, not 100% needed, but hey, there's something that will come in handy as we move into what's going to be coming next for NGS over the next year. Maybe we will see harder content, maybe we won't. We will have to wait and see. But nonetheless, that is great. But the problem here is of course, by having the cosmetics and the AC quack tickets being tied to real money, and limiting the ability to sell on the player shop for free-to-play player, especially now that the items are dropping in price and can't exactly sell in bulk since you only have your 3 days a month without paying the subscription points, is very much entering this scenario. We saw this in bait PSO as well, and it seemed to be repeating itself here in a few ways of just abandoning out to making everything so much more undoable and more not able to get your hands on, such as in bait PSO2 here, since as you can see, I pretty much already have almost $500 million, and there is many items inside of bait PSO that I can't even get my hands on any if I wanted to, or if I did, it's a very high chance that I will officially become a bankrupt here. So this is insane, and we'll have a very high chance of this happening inside of NGS as well. So deep down, I'm personally a little bit worried that in due time, in the net maybe 1 to 3 years, it can become a very big problem here. But with that being said here, there is a way to rectify this, which is where we get into the stuff I personally would like to see from NGS, which I have talked about this a few times on my live stream, which, by the way, come over and watch. We stream every night starting around 7:15 over on twitch.tv/TroyMaconn, playing PSO on Tuesday and Wednesday, and every other day checking out other games and MMOs. But nonetheless, is of course what I would like to see Sega do here is either one of two things, ideally both, which is of course on one hand making the player shop way more available to everybody. Don't get me wrong, like if they want to keep allowing more people to sell through premium, so be it. My recommendation would be, like, as of now, you can sell up to 30 items if you're a premium player. And I would want for the free-to-play player to at least be able to sell 15 at any given point. So if you want to double the amount of item you can sell at any given time, that would premium. As well as that, as having any of the AC scratches. Don't get me wrong, I know there's some exception here when it comes to like GWAT ticket that tied to franchises and crossover events. So with them being the exception here, of course, without the licensing can get worked out, I would love to see them be like, okay, AC Scratch is out, you got 2 weeks, buy it with your money if you want to buy it, and then outside of that, when they go away, start taking every item that was in that AC Scratch and start dropping it into item pool. Might it be tied to waiting for origin classes, might it be doing tower, might it be being able to farm them off normal mobs or dreads or veterans. Just a way to get the items out there for the people who want them. And if they really wanted to, especially since there is a variant, they always do that for all the AC scratches, where we will have quarter variant for a lot of the outfits. If anything, make it one of the variants is, if anything, exclusive to the AC scratch, and everything else is available for drop. Ideally, just have everything become drop weight in the table. That way, not only is it a better, that way the economy itself is not 100% focusing around people that spend real money, but also allowing people who is playing this as a more casual way to actually get their hands on the weapons without spending thousands upon thousands of hours trying to farm up Meseta, especially now as free-to-play players, as you can tell with the price. And on top of that, since we discussed that, honestly, the price dropping for Augment is not a totally bad thing. Personally, I would love it if every item did come down in price and become more easily to contain in one way or another, and as well as building a more interesting ways inside of NGS to actually take money out of the economy, so people don't just end up with billions upon billions of dollars. But at the same time, I don't want people to end up in the case that every item is billions of dollars, and after buying one item, they are totally broke. There's a way to actually balance it out a little bit. Another example of this, might it be not only we have, of course, the weapon enhancing stuff costing money, we could also get into the camp, well, when it comes to certain activities, you want to either spend money to buy in on doing said activity, maybe in a way to, of course, bring in the ability to not only get the items off of the player shop and AC Scrap, maybe put in quarter variants at an NPC that you can spend money, or maybe something similar to what we have started seeing with the daily shop popping up when it comes to Etchy, AC, and Maceta. Maybe something along those lines for some variants, or maybe some reprint items, or something along the line that can help pull money out of the economy. There is many ways to do this, and many ways to actually help out the free-to-play player. Well, the pay-to-play players will still have a opportunity there for a week or two window when AC is available for them to get their hands on it if they really want something that bad. It would be nice to see, because this is one of them cases that if they continue the way it is, we could see a repeat of bait PSO all over again. And that is something I do not want to see, because that is something that just straight up killed the game for new players and people coming in. We need something more balanced, something more rewarding, as well as something a little more focused, instead of just letting the economy be what it is and letting it be run into the ground just by, Sega trying to make a few extra dollars. Because let's be honest, if you kill the game a true lit faster, and the player may have less incentive or just straight up not able to afford to do any of this stuff, they just gonna stop playing. People stop playing. Well, don't have people to show them stuff off to, and over time, any of the whales will leave. But hey, that is just my thoughts on the economy itself. Let me know in the comment below how you feeling about the economy, where you think this is going. Are you fine with it, how it is right now? Or would you want to see something like my vision, or something in between? Let me know below. And of course, while you all down there, be sure to, of course, hit that wonderful link to come on over to, once again, patreon.com/Maconn. Help support the channel, help feed Luna, and help up making any more PSO content. Because let's be honest, PSO is barely paying the bill right now. So please help Luna. Please, and become like all the wonderful people right here. So big thank you to everybody that is supporting for that month over on Patreon. Big thank you to 1K, and big thank you to you for watching. And with that, I will see you all in the comments.